Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. Very few stories live outside the edit bay in the world of 90 Day Fiancé, where love is sometimes lighted with stage lights and given to viewers by the episode. Less now live outside the ratings. However, almost never seen is the rarest form of love. That sort that blossoms in secret, in defiance of every camera, every contract, every confession booth. Almost. This is not the narrative you watched develop over one season. There was no teasing in a trailer. It never declared in a special. Nobody was supposed to find out it happened at all. Since the design of this love story was not for television. Its design was geared for survival. Josh Weinstein was never the kind of man that fit the producers had in mind. He was not flaming, erratic, or very reactive. He did not yell across several kitchens. He stayed away from hotels and did not toss wine glasses. Actually, he was calm, the exact opposite. Metered. Far off. He appeared to some to be frigid. Automaton. A man formed of walls. But if you looked closer, if you saw past the tick-hub tweaks and filtered assessments, Josh had something far more profound living inside. A guy severely damaged by the performance of love as much as by love itself. His time with Natalie Mordavtseva was soul-eroding, not only stormy. She yearned for grandiosity, verification, the dazzling dreams of love. Josh yearned for tranquility, something else completely. Reality, substance. And he withdrew more the more she pulled until nothing remained to offer. Josh stepped away from the stage as their story collapsed off camera, not from a romance. He ghosted other producers, ignored calls, dropped contacts. He was not running from love. His running from fiction was fiction. He had no idea, though, that someone else was doing the same thing someplace else in the nation. Daughter of Chuck, sister of Elizabeth, Jenn Potthast is always bound to the family drama that never seems to stop. Jenn had been appointed the firestarter for years. The noisy one is here. The unabashed one. It was her that brought drama. The one producer could always rely on to whirl the mixture. But what no one ever asked. What did it cost her to be the strong one constantly? Jenn had worn out. Not only from the conflicts, the scripts, the social media analysis. From being typecast, though, in her family, in her relationships, in her life. She was vulnerable behind closed doors, something nobody else ever bothered to see. Split. Lonely. She had seen every member of her family experience love, lose it, discover it once more. She had grinned through marriages, through arguments, through public humiliations. And silently, invisibly, she had started to believe that she was not meant for real, secret, soft, long love. Right up until a Miami rooftop. It belonged to a cast mixer. An off-the-record one. Not one camera or one press. Older cast members, more recent ones, a few producers hiding in the background. Josh had not wanted to go. Jenn had left a family meal to go away. On the dance floor they did not meet. Neither staged interaction nor soaring music existed here. They discovered each other across stillness. An area of a rooftop corner. The moon shining off half-empty glasses. Two silent viewers of the sea. Two people not in need of communication. Josh pointed out her poor performance. Jenn saw how he did not shrink. Their exchange began gently. Surface level. Next arrived the realism. He asked her whether she ever felt as though she was always performing a part. She approved. She wanted him to tell whether he had ever really been in love. I thought I was, until it ended and I didn't miss her, he stated. That evening they did not kiss. Their exchanges did not include numbers. Still, they kept each other in mind. And that memory developed into communications. Notes became messages in audio form. Voice notes became calls lasting several hours. And Josh was suddenly flying under an alias toward Tampa. Under cash-only bookings, Jenn was reserving private rentals in Arizona. Their love was banned, not covert. It was precious, thus it was secret. They wanted no chance of it being consumed by supporters or filtered through likes. They yearned to experience something real. And they did gradually as well. They began noting anniversaries. Shopping for books for one another. From childhood, cooking each other meals. They argued, but unlike in past times, now neither of them was acting. They were the ones. Fully. Purely. Fearfully. And in that terrible honesty, love grabbed hold. Real love is what not the kind of 90 days. Not the kind intended for spin-offs or pillow chat. Not the sort intended for sensational headlines. but the type that closes past hurts. That questions your view of what is feasible. That helps the term forever to feel safe rather than oppressive. After that, one evening in Cancun, turning to Jenn, Josh hushly asked, "Why not us?" Instead now, the ring did not exist. No production team. Not any planning. Simply a query. Then a quivering yes. They were married on an almost empty beach early the next morning. Not a tux. There is not a ballroom. Absent a guest list. Jenn put on a white sundress. Josh dressed in sandals. Handwritten vows, barefoot on the sand. They exchanged while the wind twisted through their hair and the water murmured agreement. Josh said, "I don't want this to be big." Jenn shot back, "I just want it to be ours." Moreover, it was, till it was not. One leaked a fuzzy picture. A shoulder. An outfit. A distance-based form in the distant. Then another, clearer. The truth could not be contained at last either. Jenn and Josh married each other. The web exploded. Threads on Reddit burst. Instagram teemed with activity. Natalie sent cryptic reels about heartbreak. Jenn's family remained incredibly silent. Still, Josh and Jenn? They never spoke once at all, since for them the quiet served as the statement. Let the planet speculate for us. Let the chronologies spin out of control. Let the hypotheses of the fan run wild. They were already victorious, since in a society where love is satisfied, their own had been kept private. Within a universe of corrections, they had maintained their truth unedited, and in the clamor of reality TV, they had discovered their peace. Not everyone could grasp. Not everyone came around to agree. For Josh and Jenn, though, love at last meant freedom. Not a performance here, nor a good nor a product, but a promise gently uttered but passionately maintained. And at last, that is all they have ever needed. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.